Hi everyone, so it is time for a new reading vlog, and today I am going to be doing a 24-hour readathon, but I'm starting it in the car because I'm meeting up with one of my best friends today. If you want to get straight to the reading vlog part, there are going to be timestamps on the timeline and in the description box. If you don't want to hear me chat about random shit right now, you can skip ahead. I just love filming in the car because I always love it when people vlog in the car, and being in the car and driving for me is the one thing that I just really love that makes me feel like I actually have my shit together. Also, if I look weird, it's because I am anxious and overwhelmed, but I feel like my eyes look super weird and it wasn't in focus. Great. But yeah, I wanted to do the intro here. Obviously, I'm gonna start the readathon yet, but I just thought I would start it now. I did get sushi for dinner, which I'm so fucking excited for, not dinner, for lunch, which I'm super excited for, and one of the reasons why I wanted to vlog. And yeah, I was going to give you some updates already, but I feel like my brain is too scattered and overwhelmed right now. So I just want to do a quick chat. So yeah, I do need to eat. I do need to eat quickly, so I'm gonna make this kind of quick, but I just wanted to chat because it's been a really long time since I went outside on my own, and even under completely normal circumstances, I get extremely overstimulated and anxious when I go outside. And like, honestly, I keep thinking, like, how do neurotypical people exist? Like, it must be a myth. Like, I don't understand. Like, you're telling me there are some people who can like go out and buy food and like do everything without feeling overwhelmed and anxious? Like, it must be fake. Like, I literally just had to buy sushi, and I also bought Coke, and that's it. And I am losing my shit. I'm also kind of anxious because I didn't do all of this as quick as I expected. So another thing is, like, how do people not panic when they are running late? Like, if I'm running late, if I know I'm gonna be 1 minute late, I get extremely, like, I panic so hard. So yeah, I was going to like eat and talk to you, but since I'm kind of running late, I think I'm gonna not do that, and I'm gonna shut up and just enjoy my sushi and, you know, talk to you later. So I have a lot of reading plans. I think a lot of reading is gonna get done, and I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm sorry if this was completely all over the place. I feel like you can see the panic in my eyes. But yeah, I need to like catch my breath. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go eat this. Also, like, sushi and Coke are two of my favorite things ever. So question of the day, what is your favorite meal and beverage? And with that, I'm gonna shut up and I'll talk to you soon.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets, you're keeping these promises.
Hi everyone, so it is now 10:30 p.m., still the same day, and I am definitely very exhausted, but I am super excited to read, so we are doing this. I'm just not sure how many updates I'm gonna do tonight. Probably just this one, and then I'm just gonna give you updates in the morning. But it's 10:30, like I said, and I'm officially gonna start reading at 11. I haven't really read anything all day, and so I am super excited to read. As always, I am gonna sleep. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep for like a shorter amount of time than normal, because like I hate alarms and I have issues with waking up early, but it's fine. You know, I probably maybe will end up reading just like until I go to sleep tomorrow. We'll see. I have learned my lesson that when I do TBRs, I often don't stick to them, but the books that I'm going to talk to you about now are books that I have already started that like 99% I'm going to read and finish. So let's talk about it. I have Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. I talked about this book in my last video, and I think like all the books I'm going to mention now are ones that I talked about in my last reading vlog. I'm going to link it down below if you want to hear my thoughts from there if you haven't seen it. So I'm going to try to kind of quickly go through these books right now, but obviously I'm going to give you more thoughts as I make progress with reading them. Blood and Honey is a sequel to Serpent and Dove, which is a YA fantasy. It's about a witch and a witch hunter. They have a romance. There's a marriage of convenience. And yeah, a lot of people have very mixed opinions on it, and I know a lot of people don't like the world building or whatever, but I just love the main characters. I love the romance, and I love all of that, and that's all that I care about. So I got to pretty much exactly the middle of this book, so page 254, and I'm listening to the audiobook as I read the physical book, and I love it, and so I'm super excited to finish this. I've been wanting to read it and finish it for a long time. Then I also started Ashwin by Kit Rosha, which is like a dystopian adult romance, and I'm super excited for it. I think I'm going to tell you more about this one when I actually go further into it, because I only listened to like 13%, and I feel like I need to listen to a little bit more to be able to describe it well, and I think it's going to be super fun. I am super excited to read this, so definitely happening as well. And then also the last thing that I'm going to mention now is I'm going to be reading Wicked Bargain for the Duke by Megan Frampton. This is an adult historical romance that has a marriage of convenience in it, and it's about Lavinia and Thaddeus is a duke, and he needs to get married and have an heir because of that, and he intends to marry Lavinia's sister, but then Lavinia and Thaddeus get into like a scandalous situation, have to get married because of that. I'm at like 33% of this book, and I'm so excited. And actually, like in my last vlog, I started reading this, and I said that the book is coming out on Tuesday the 20th, which is today. But it's actually coming out next week, and it's ridiculous because I was literally freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to read it before release date. And now today I go on Twitter and Megan Frampton tweeted, this book is coming out next week. And I was like, oh my god. So yeah, but I'm super excited to read this. So I do have an arc, and so I don't know exactly when this is going to go up, but I do think it's going to be before next Tuesday. So it is coming out on April 27th, super soon. Megan is one of my absolute favorite historical romance authors, so I do highly recommend this series, but I will talk to you about it a little bit more later. One more thing that I'm going to do really quickly that I thought would be really nice is I had 3 books at my best friend's place because I let her read them, and so I wanted to like show you the books because I missed having the books. And it's like a book haul, kind of. Like, they're not new, but it feels like a book haul, and I can't go to the bookstore, so it's like, you know, at least I can do this. And they are books that I absolutely adore, so I want to share them with you. So the first one is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I adore this book. It is a YA fantasy about Isabel, I think, maybe Elizabeth. Close. Elizabeth, and she basically grew up in a library, and she goes on this magical journey and meets this guy, and like the romance in this, absolutely adored it. There is the hero, like the guy in this book is also bisexual, which I think maybe was the first time that I saw like a bisexual guy in a YA fantasy, which just I loved, and I love this book so much. And there's also like another character who is like Nathan, the guy's best friend, and also becomes friends with Elizabeth, and I just adore this book. I love the characters, it's the best, and I really want to reread it sometime. Then I have I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. This book is about Ben, who is non-binary, and they come out to their parents and unfortunately get kicked out of their home, and Ben has to live with their sister. And so it's definitely like a really powerful, beautiful coming of age story. There's a really sweet romance in it, and I literally flew through it. I read it in one sitting, and it's definitely one of my absolute favorite YA contemporaries, and I highly, highly recommend it. Again, I absolutely adored the characters, and Ben is such a wonderful protagonist, and I highly recommend this. And Last but not least, I have A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahar Mafi. This is yet again one of my absolute favorite books ever. It is also a YA contemporary. It's actually, now that I think about it, it's not contemporary, it's historical fiction because it is set a year after 9/11. Am I the only one who like never realizes that like anything set in 2000s is historical fiction? Like, how weird is that? Because it's not contemporary, like, or is it? Like, I don't know. It's not contemporary, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway, it is about a young Muslim girl set a year after 9/11, and so she has to deal with a lot of Islamophobia, and so the book deals with that a lot, but at the same time it's also like a really strong coming of age story, and there's a super sweet beautiful romance in this as well, and it's just one of the most beautiful raw books I've ever read, and I adore it. Tara Mafi is absolutely one of my all-time favorite authors, and I love this. These are some of my favorite books that I have been now reunited with. For context, we last saw each other with the best friend before Christmas. And so it's been months and months since I saw her and these books. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. I am gonna go read, and I'll probably talk to you in the morning with a lot of reading updates. Hi everyone, so it is the next morning. It's like 10:30, 11 a.m. and I have not started reading yet. But I do have some updates for what I read last night. And I woke up decently early for me, like at 9:20 or something. But I ate breakfast, and my sister is also celebrating something today, and so we're gonna go buy some lunch, like takeout. But obviously, it's gonna take a while to like get there and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do is just read until I go to sleep tonight to give myself a few hours extra, like 1 or 2 or 3. Cause like since I started really late last night, it feels like I'm super behind, even though like I still have a lot of time, but I need to just relax and, enjoy reading. So I read some more of Ashwin by Kit Rosha. I got to 37%, and I'm really enjoying it. I didn't really tell you anything about the plot, so basically it's this like sci-fi romance, and I'm pretty sure in this series it's like each book follows a different couple, which is super cool. I feel like, I don't know, and like I have never read anything like this. Like I have read sci-fi books with romances, but not adult, and Kit Rosha basically writes a lot of that, and it's like actually like really good romances that I mean, I only read Deal with the Devil, which I mentioned in the last vlog, which you will hear my thoughts on in a reading vlog. From what I can see so far, the romances are really good, and I'm so invested in the romance in this book. So it is about Ashwin and Cora, and Ashwin is like this soldier that like genetically engineered or something, and so he is kind of like has a really tough exterior, and Cora is the only person who has managed to break through that exterior, and they have known each other for a while, and now in this book they kind of run into each other again, and sparks fly between them, and it's definitely really action-packed, and there's a lot happening. I personally don't care at all about the plot, but I feel like if you're someone who really likes a lot of like plot happening and like action-packed books, but you also want a really good romance, this book is definitely one that I would recommend already. Like the chemistry between them, the connection between them, I love it. And I don't fully know what their connection was, like how they knew each other exactly before the book. I don't know if I like missed that, but it feels kind of like, I don't think they were actually together before, and so like it kind of feels like friends to lovers, which I've also never really seen in like a sci-fi setting. And I'm definitely gonna finish this. I don't know if I'll be able to listen to any more before we leave to go pick up lunch, but definitely happening early in the afternoon. And then I started Only for Your Touch, I think is the name, by Naima Simone. I was not planning on this exactly, but I have been wanting to read this ever since I read Only for a Night, which I mentioned in my last reading vlog. It's a novella, and the first book was so addicting, and I was like, I just started this one a few days ago, and I was like, you know what, I want to keep reading this. So it's basically about the heroine is like the daughter of this like bad guy who is some kind of like a mob, just not a good person, and her family has been getting a lot of really bad press, and so she, you know, feels super weird about that, and she comes to this club, which like the first book is set at the club, and I think all three of the books are gonna follow like the three owners of the club. And so she comes to the club, she meets Sasha, who is the club owner. Again, sparks fly and things happen. And again, it's a novella. I think it's like 120 pages. And just like the first book, it's super addicting. I got to like 29%. It is definitely very like insta-lusty, which I don't mind. And I feel like I definitely like insta lust more than insta love, and it depends on like how it's done. Honestly, I don't care. Like if it's something that you really don't like, maybe it's not for you, but if you like it or don't care, I think this is just really good. So definitely gonna fly through this. And then I made some progress with Wicked Bargain for the Duke. Not really that much, but I am loving it so much. Like the chemistry between them, the banter, and it's also really funny, and it's just the perfect serotonin and injection of joy that I need. So, yeah, very interesting combination of books, but I love it. So, definitely going to be reading all this and then hopefully some other stuff. So, I'm super excited. I will go get lunch. I'm super excited. It's our favorite restaurant, and like the food, I get pad thai from there, and it's so delicious, and I'm so ready. I've been dying to go there again. And we're also probably gonna get Starbucks, and so I'm gonna maybe film some clips of that, and then I'm gonna talk to you when I get some reading done.
The door, been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more, every show I called before, I need to hear that voice, cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell.
Everyone, so it is finally time for another update. It's almost 4 p.m., so I am definitely feeling like I'm very behind, but I did just finish a book, and that was Ashwin by Kit Rosha. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I just loved the romance so much. There was a lot going on in like the plot besides it, which I didn't really find like the most interesting, and I've said this before, like, I'm just not a plot person, but I again, like, the romance was amazing, and that's all that I care about. It was just so fun and emotional and steamy, and I was so invested, and I loved the two main characters, and I just had so much fun with it, and I completely flew through it. So again, I might have said it before, but I really recommend it if you're looking for some like action-packed, fun sci-fi books with a really strong, wonderful romance. So super happy that I read this. Definitely will be reading the 2 other books in the series, but just not, not today, but definitely soon. And all 3 are available on Scribd, on audio, and yes, and I made some progress with Wicked Bargain for the Duke. I'm at 54% now, and one thing that I love so much about this book is that the two main characters, they, had to get married suddenly and didn't know each other. And so at the beginning, they are really awkward around each other, and they like have a connection and an attraction, but they don't really know how to behave. Everything is new, everything is like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And I felt like the way that it has developed so far is really realistic and so well done, and like it is kind of frustrating in some ways because, you know, like they are like just super hesitant and everything, but it's so realistic and like it's really fun, and I'm loving how it's developing. Like there is the aspect that like both of them have the feeling that the other person doesn't actually want to be with them. And so they're like, we're married, but only because we have to. So obviously, I know that you don't want to spend time with me. And so we're not going to spend any more time with each other than is necessary. And so there is like, it's the kind of thing where the emotions and love is going to develop really slowly. I also think I might not finish Blood and Honey because I feel like, unless I have some time late in the day, because like, I do want to read it, but at the same time, it's a sequel. I already told you some things about it in the last vlog, and I feel like I'm not really going to have any new thoughts about it. So I thought it'd be nice to start a new book instead. I also have some Starbucks here. I put it into the glass because the ice would water it down, and I know I could ask for them not to put ice in it, but every time I'm at Starbucks, like, I feel really bad for having any special requests because I already feel like I say so many things that I need from them. But like, yeah. It also reminded me, like, I used to get iced, like, hot chocolate, like, iced chocolate, and with caramel in it. And I also used to say, like, with soy milk and without ice. So that was a lot. And also, like, not something that every person gets, you know? But, like, actually, it was because, like, once I wanted I asked for a hot chocolate with caramel, I think. And the person was like, oh my gosh, do you want it iced? Because it was, like, the summer or something. And I was mind blown. And I was like, oh my god, yes, please, and it's so good, and I remembered it earlier, and I'm like, fuck, like I need to get it next time I go. I also have some leftovers from lunch, which I'm so excited for. It's so good. It's the most delicious thing ever. So I am probably gonna have like a quick snack YouTube break. I also have like two 24-hour readathon vlogs to watch, which is my favorite thing. Like when in general I adore 24-hour readathon vlogs, but if I'm doing a 24-hour readathon, I love watching a 24-hour readathon vlog because it's like, you know, like it's just the best. So yeah.
Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never
Hi everyone, so it is time for some reading updates. I finished Wicked Bargain for the Duke by Megan Frampton, and I really enjoyed it. It was just so fun, and I completely flew through it, and I loved the two main characters so much. And I felt like the way that everything developed was really realistic. So the two main characters were really awkward around each other at first. They were super hesitant to face their feelings, and I felt like it developed really naturally. And there were also parts of it that were really cool where they like communicated about some things, which I feel like is always amazing to see, you know, like healthy communication in books. At the same time, there was definitely the thing going on the entire way where both of them thought that the other person didn't really want to be with them, like I kind of mentioned to you. It was just super fun. It was a little bit slow in some parts, and I do wish we got to see a little bit more of like when they were actually in love, and like, you know, like just more of that, because it happened definitely more towards the end, which again definitely made sense and it was natural and it wasn't like too quick, you know. But I just loved them so much that I wanted a little bit more of them. But it was just amazing and I really recommend it. And then I started another book that I've been super excited for and was planning on reading in here, and that is Scoundrel of My Heart by Lorraine Heath. And oh my god, I am listening to the audiobook and I'm at like 30%. I think I'm at 30%. And it is so good. So it's about Catherine, who basically needs to marry someone with a title to get her inheritance. And so she has her eyes on this, super fancy, put together, um, proper Duke. And then Griff appears, who is someone she has known her whole life. It kind of has the like brother's best friend trope. And so they, know each other really well. And so there's a lot of emotions. Oh my gosh, like the chemistry between them was immediately so good. And like the banter and everything, like, oh my god, I'm so invested. I was literally so invested, like, immediately, which is the best feeling ever. And it definitely, like, doesn't have any kind of, like, love triangle, really, like, coming from someone who despises love triangles. The other, like, the Duke and whatever is not a part of it, like, almost at all. Lorraine Heath is an author I actually haven't read any books by, but, like, a big historical romance author. And one of my goals for this year is to read like more new to me historical romance authors. Cause like I'm not new to the genre anymore, but I'm still like not exactly knowledgeable or experienced in reading historical romance. So there are so many authors I want to read, and I'm actually gonna do a vlog that's gonna be like all about reading new to me historical romance authors. So I'm excited for that. I also really want to read a graphic novel. Cause I don't know, it's always nice for readathons, and I wasn't even going to, but I was thinking about it, and like I haven't been reading a lot of graphic novels at all. And so I think I'm gonna do that. Hi everyone, so it's 11:38 p.m. and I have some updates. So I finished Scoundrel of My Heart by Lorraine Heath. I was going to do an update while reading it again, like another one, but then I just was so invested and like I didn't want to stop reading, and I literally just kept on listening to the audiobook. Didn't want to stop, and I adored this book. Like the emotion, the pining, the intensity, like the connection between them, the chemistry, the smut, the absolutely everything about this was perfection. I loved the two main characters. I devoured this book, and it was everything. And I just loved this book. I absolutely, completely, highly recommend it. And I will be going through the author's backlist for sure ASAP. It's late, but like I am getting tired. So I do think I might just like read some more, but like get ready for bed and probably talk to you in the morning and like wrap everything up and update you, because I don't really think like I'm gonna start something new, or like I kind of already did, which is Slam by Pamela Ribon and Veronica Fish. So this is a graphic novel. Like I said, I wanted to read a graphic novel, so I read about like 10-20 pages so far, and I think it's gonna be really fun. I can't really tell much of the plot just yet from what I read, but I'm looking at Goodreads. It says that two best friends are put on two different teams. So there's like this messy rivalry, and it messes everything up. So they're going to have to deal with that. And then at the end it says that this book is a tale of friendship, heartbreak, and truly epic jams. And I don't know, like so far, again, like nothing really has happened from what I read so far, but I do love the art. The colors are super pretty. It's really vibrant and colorful, and I just love the vibes. I think it's gonna be super fun, super chill, and exactly what I need. So I think I'm gonna read this real quick, and then I really want to finish Only for Your Touch. I'm gonna talk to you in the morning. Hi everyone, so it is the next day. It is like 2:13 p.m. and it's time for me to give you some updates and wrap up this vlog. So I ended up being really tired yesterday, and so I didn't really stay up that late, and I didn't read that much. I was reading Slam, and then I just like my brain was like, the letters in the like comics, I was no longer able to process them, but I did finish Slam this morning, If my voice sounds weird, I'm sorry. I literally just filmed for 30 minutes because I created my own tag that is called Spread the Book World Love tag, and it might actually be up by the time you're watching this, so I'm going to link it down below if it is. If not, it is coming after this vlog. So I finished Slam this morning and I ended up giving it 3 stars, but it's kind of like a good 3-star in the sense that I enjoyed my time reading this. It was super quick to read. Absolutely loved the art. The only thing is, like, I felt like I didn't get a strong sense of who the characters were. Like, I didn't really get to see much of, like, their life besides the sport, and I didn't fully get to see their personality and, like, what they want in life and everything. But it was definitely, like, an enjoyable read, and I'm happy I read it again. Like, the art was stunning and so vibrant and colorful. I am definitely going to read the next volume, so I liked it. I do recommend it if you like sports books and like graphic novels. I feel like there's so many graphic novels that feature sports, and I like it, so that's that. And then I did read a little bit more of Only for Your Touch, but again, like, I went to sleep and I just didn't really read a lot, and I haven't finished it yet. I was going to finish it this morning, or just like before talking to you, but I just didn't want to put too much pressure on myself, you know, and so I'm gonna finish that probably tonight, but I wanted to wrap this up here, and because I also feel like I'm not really gonna have any like interesting thoughts to say about it, anything new. Like, it's fun, it's steamy, I like the characters, and yeah. I am gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and if you made it this far in the video, leave a cat emoji down below because I feel like we haven't done that in a while. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!